us. Yeah. And also, I believe this will be a motivating topic. Yeah. That what makes us really strong, especially during this time. So I think we have Brother Jay here.
Hi everyone.
Hi, Brother Jay.
Hello. Hi.
We meet
Hello, Sir
Steve.
Jay. Good
Hi
evening.
Ben. Hi everyone. Oh, good to see you all. Hi sister. Oh, my
Good
sister and
evening.
brother. Oh, hi. Good to see you all.
Yes, I think Brother Jay need to see who is in the meeting.
Yeah.
Look at the face first.
Yeah. That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
Sorry that I can't mention everyone, but I miss you guys a lot. Just quickly, it's like hi sister Isai, hi sister Anna, hi everyone. So many people here.
Yeah.
Right. Hi. Wow, sister Anna, your hair looks good, huh?
Thank you.
Hi, Beth. Hi. Hi, Caesar. Hi, brother. Hello. All right. Yes, Joe. Can we start?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Um, you're having a flu, Joe?
Not really. Yes.
Just take care of yourself, okay? Uh, okay. Good afternoon, morning, everyone. It's very good to see you all in this. Is this weekly system? I think is a
Yeah.
weekly. It's a weekly.
Yeah.
All right. Right. Okay. And first of all, I would like to thank Elkin for giving me a great opportunity today to still be in Elkin after 20 years. And I want to extend my utmost appreciation to my dearest upline, PCM President Mr. Lee, Mr. Mrs. Lee, and our 001 Francis Shah and Mason Jie. And I also like to thank Joe for helping and organizing and leading the whole groups for the past so many months. And of course, I want to thank for all your attendance today. Together, we are one. Okay, right. I've actually wrote a topics I think a couple of weeks ago. This topic's about talking about what makes someone to become strong. Okay, what makes people to become stronger. Okay, we always said like you're strong. Okay, I mean, physically, when someone said you're strong, maybe you go to do sports every day. Okay, you go to gym, you look healthy, right? But today, I want to talk more about not just physically strong, but mentally strong. Okay, how do we actually? Can you imagine that someone in your life, that you feel they are a very strong personality to you? Okay, like for example, when we are young, we are kids. When we look up to our parents. Okay, our dad, our mom. Every time you have problems, when you go back home, you see them, you feel like, wow, everything is being taken care of. Okay, when you're young, it's going to be our parents. Now, throughout the years, when you grow up, have you ever imagined who are the one that when you think of them, you feel that wow, they're strong. But thinking of them make you feel stronger as well. Okay, or do you even feel that you yourself are someone who are very strong? Okay, so today I'm going to share about what actually makes people to become stronger. Okay, um, but for me, to see, um, I remember the first time when I tried to learn to ride a bike. Okay, because I saw my big brothers, they are riding the bike so well, and I feel that, well, one day I want to be like them, okay, to be like him. And my elder brother is actually 7 years older than me. So there was a day that he went to school, so I'm all alone, and I was riding his bike. Okay, I was riding his bike. So can you imagine? He is 7 years old, older than me, and was riding the bike, and I was smaller, and so I couldn't actually sit on the bike. So I was kind of like using the two legs, if you can imagine, just to pull on, makes a bike, right? And I consistently do this for I think months, okay, without actually riding on the pedal. But one day I suddenly felt that I can balance the ride, the bike, and I actually step on the pedal and I start to ride, and the bicycle just start to go. That kind of feeling is really exciting. Even until today, I still can remember that excited feeling. Okay, but when the time you can ride a bike, okay, and slowly you ride faster and faster and faster, right? Okay, so eventually what happened? Okay, I fell down. Okay, I fell down. When I fell down, there's a cut, okay, a really deep cut on my knees. And when I ride the bike, when I ride my big brother's bike, of course I can't let my parents know, so no one knows. So when I have the cuts and no one knows what happened, my knees just keep bleeding. I was painful, but I cannot let anyone know. So I quickly deal with the cuts. No, so in that particular moment, I feel guilt in my heart, okay, because I'm doing something. And not to say, when the bike fell down, that there was a crush on the bike, okay, which my brother might find out later on, okay. So I feel guilt in my heart, and I have my painful knees, and then, that kind of thing. I was just like, maybe 6, 7 years old at the time, okay. But did I give up riding a bike? No. I think after a week or so, I took the bike and I tried to ride again, right? The uh I can't actually show you now, but maybe next time, okay, when we met, I show you that the scars, okay, that wounds on my knee are still there. Okay, are still there. The wound is still there. It's already healed, but there was a scar. But I learned to ride the bike ever since by myself. So what makes someone strong? Okay, to me, it's the wounds. You know, um, hold on. Okay, it's a wounds. Um, but today I want to share more not on the physically part of the wounds, but mentally, we also have wounds. Okay, mentally, right? Not physical wounds we can see. Mentally, we can't see, but it is always there. Okay, what do I mean by mentally wounds? Okay, I think throughout our life we all feel painful. Sometimes we have something happen in our life, and especially as a networkers like us. Okay, as a networkers like us, imagine when someone just starting the business. He has no experience. The first time he was introducing a product to someone or opportunity to someone, and someone just say, "No, I don't need this. Why are you doing this?" If you still can remember this, okay, it makes us feel like the kind of rejections, the kind of challenges, the kind of this, maybe you feel like you're despised by someone. All this has become a kind of mentally wound. This is also stop someone from moving on. A lot of people, maybe they just stop. Okay, maybe they said this business is not suitable for me, any kind of things. So this type of, how do we actually deal with this type of wounds? And the worst part is, if you stay in a business for longer, there will be more wounds. more to come. Okay, when you're new, you maybe start from rejections. You don't know how to do the business. When you want to share, you don't have money. You don't know who to look for. You can't even share the products well. You don't even, you can't understand the marketing plan, any kind of things. But when you're starting to grow, when you have network, when you build groups, there'll be more problems. There will be more challenges you want to face, especially when you eventually become a so-called network leaders. You're long enough in the business. You have to face your downlines is leaving. Okay, some of the downline may leave you, so you feel painful. Okay, he is my kins, my best friend. Someone who joined me, and we used to work so well, and she just left. Maybe you even have to face that the upline left you. The people who sponsor you eventually is not in the business or in the industry. So how would you feel? Okay, there's still a lot of mentally wounds will happen throughout our life. Which makes us feel that somehow you have a doubt on yourself. Okay, am I doing the right things? Do I need to continue? It makes you suffer. Okay, it's painful, right? All these kind of wounds. Um, so we have to kind of feel, if we are still in the business, in the industry, and when we're still living in the world, I think that the best part is we still have a chance to deal with the wounds. So today I want to share with you how actually me myself facing all this for the past so many years. Okay, I couldn't even remember how many people that I have ever sponsored in my life. I share you some funny things. Okay, I think the past so many months, sometimes I have dreams. I mean, not that kind of dreams in the business. Okay, when I sleep I have dreams. Okay, it's really funny. Whenever I have dreams, 99% of the dreams is something happened in Elkin. I keep dreaming of. Maybe I'm so I I don't know how to imagine. I can I know how to explain, right? It's all, every kind of things, it's about Elkin or the people that I met in Elkin. So eventually every time I wake up, I mean, is anyone that I know that never had any connection with Elkin at all in my life? Okay, so I basically sponsor everyone that I meet in my whole life. But are all of these people are still with me in Elkin? Of course not. Of course, I'm telling you the truth. Of course, is there people are still with Elkin? Yes, of course. And I think all the brothers and sisters here. Okay, but that's just normal. Okay, that's just normal. So can you imagine that whenever you want to sponsor someone, you have that hope, you have the expectation, you have that kind of excitement, because when you want to share someone to the business, okay, you must share with excitement. And when people join and they start to follow you, you've been through good days. So eventually, they're not here anymore. So how would you feel? How do you handle these kind of things? The first, second time you feel painful, maybe you become even numb after that. Okay, it doesn't matter, and eventually, you get disappointed. But today, let me share with you what makes me feel stronger. How do I deal with all those mentally wounds? What happened when someone leave me downline, upline, problems, Okay, right. I feel very thankful with Elkin's system education. Okay, I'm very honored to have Joe to share all the system education with all of you for the past so many months. Because this is how I grew up in Elkin. This is how I grew up in system education. This is how I learned to become positive. I always tell myself, whenever there are some difficulties that I am facing, I always tell myself, do the right things with the wounds. Whenever I feel, it's not that it's not unhappy, more it's not disappointment. It's more like, um, it's hard to describe that feeling, right? Maybe it's painful, okay? Because when you see someone that you can't have that anymore, or that kind of things. But I always do three things, okay? Number one, when I feel that I'm got hurt, I always do 3S. You know what 3S is? Selling, sponsoring, servicing, or sharing, sponsoring, servicing. The fundamental work in networking. Okay? The fundamental of networking. Do sharing. Because when you share something, you share good things to someone else. You share a good concept out of the good heart to someone. When you start to share good things to someone, it will make you to feel better. So there are millions times that I'm sharing with someone, sharing 3S with the wounds inside. And most of the time, because I do very, very hardworkingly in Alcon, at the end of the day, because you're so tired that you can't even think of the pain anymore, because you just have shared to so many people. Okay, so do the right things with the wounds. And of course, sometimes you feel that am I deceiving myself? Am I escaping from the facts? Am I, but life goes on. Life goes on. There's so many things that happen in my 20 years career, okay? But one of the most, if I could, at this moment, I can still remember, the hardest part. I'm not sure whether I shared this with all of you before, okay? The hardest part, the most painful thing that ever happened in my life is there's a day that, when my downline left, is to me, it's painful, but it's okay, because you can always sponsor someone, and then you give the blessing to anyone, okay, whoever joined you, that's okay. I think the hardest part in my Alcon career is in 2007 or 8 that my upline left the business, okay, for something else. And that was because he's the one who built me up and who sponsored me, right? And that was the time that I just got married and I have my first and second kids, okay, right? And but you know what? That was the time that I really asked myself at that moment, okay, because they are the one who sponsor me. They have a great impact on me, right? So that was the time I really asked myself, do I really want to do Alcon business? Okay, because after they left, I will have to carry on. I have to carry on my whole network by myself. Okay, so yeah, it's hard. It's hard. Oh, this is something that I never. I think I don't even share it to Joe before. That was the first time I really cry, in front of my wife. After so many days, I hug her and say, "Oh, cry so badly." But you know what I tell my wife? I want to do the business. Okay. I want to continue the business. So can you imagine that if there was one of the hardest thing in your life happen to you, but you choose to move on, and after that, this become a very, very super important reason for you to become successful in this industry. Because the hardest part did not make you fall. You continue. But none of my Joe was not here then, okay? There was still there are other leaders with me. But no one knows. I can't. I saw Angie just now. Yeah, and Angie was there. Okay, Angie, I think Angie joined a little bit earlier than Joe. Okay, and yeah, I keep sharing. Okay, I keep doing the right things as if nothing happened. Okay, but there's so much painful inside my heart. But I make up my mind that from that particular moment, 10, 12 years ago, that I want to do the business. I want to do the business, and I will hold 100% responsibility of my own network. I feel super confident with Elkin. I feel super confident with my senior upline, Mr. Lee. Actually, Mr. Lee is my senior upline. He's not the direct sponsor, okay, but he's my senior upline, okay. We haven't really got in touch before that, but eventually we become very, very good partners, okay. So I really want to do the business because I have this mindset that I need to do the right things. You know what happened? From that days onward, I have never blamed anything to anyone because I choose to do the business. I make up my mind that I want to do business. I will not hold anyone responsibility. That's why I never blame someone, complain anything, because this is my own business. I choose to do. So, if you want to become mentally strong, three things, okay? Number one, you keep continue doing the right things. You keep sponsor people, share the good product, 3S, go to the meeting as if nothing happened. Just move on. Number one. Number two, I learned this by heart. Appreciation. Gratitude. I learned this from Elkin. That's the Elkin. That's the this is one of the things that impact me the most, the gratefulness, gratitude, appreciation. So from that time onwards, every time I feel down, if I feel down, when there's things happen to me, I choose to write some appreciation letter or words to someone else. Okay, so something hurts me, but I say thank you to someone. So that's what I have been doing for past so many years. When someone hurts me, someone I feel hurt. Maybe people don't want to hurt you intentionally, but you feel it that way. But I will choose to write to someone, appreciate company, my upline, even my downline, anyone that I feel grateful of, or my wife, my family. Yeah. Since I share so many little secrets today, I'll come back to the when my outline left me. Okay, I told myself to my wife. I told her, if everything happened for the sake for me to meet my wife, for me to marry my wife, everything is worth. Okay, if all this, I can't. Of course I love my wife, but this is also a kind of mindset I give myself. If all this happened just for me to meet my wife, just for me to have a family with my wife, everything is worth it. You see how I handle with all those mentally, wounds? Okay, appreciation, gratitude. That's why I treat my wife so well after so many years, even until today. I will never scold her, blame her, put my frustration on her when I have, no, never, and never did that even to my kids. No, because they are the most important person that makes me to continue the business. So why would I blame them? Okay, so appreciation, gratitude, and number three, when they have the wounds, when they have problems, 3S, gratefulness, and number three, you always find a greater purpose of doing these things. You always think of a greater cause. Okay, think bigger, because when you think bigger, your wounds become smaller. Okay, when you think too small, you kind of like focus on that things. Why this happened to me? Why? But if you think bigger, that's different situation, right? with a greater cause. Let's just come back to a few years ago when I I went to Philippines, okay? I went to meet you guys. Of course, I went alone, okay? Without even knowing any Filipinos in my whole life, without even talking any Filipinos in my whole life, without even stepping into Filipinos. The first time I went to Philippines is for Elkan, okay? Well, after the first day, I met with some of the people that we want to share Elkan with, okay? I don't know why I feel so much about Filipinos. Oh my God. A lot of time people ask me, what do you miss most? What do you like most in Philippines? It's the beach, it's the food, it's the people, it's you guys. The determination, the hard work, I just in my deep in my heart, it's just like I always feel that Filipinos should be better in any ways, any ways. So even until today, after I first went to Philippines, I went there about every month, right? Only after the COVID, But it doesn't stop me from thinking that we still want to make all our Filipino friends become better. That's why me and Joe has been working so hard. We've been still thinking of what can we do? There's still problems happen. I understand, I know, but we still move on. We still continue to do whatever we can do. The worst thing you can do when you have mentally wounds, the very, very worst thing, that when you have mentally wound, is to give up. Don't give up, because when you give up, the wound will forever be there. It will never be healed. Move on. I cannot tell you how many times that I'm doing Elkan, I'm doing the 3S with so much pain inside. Of course, I never show, okay? Or problems, or challenges, or responsibilities, or any kind of building business is not easy, okay? Or mentally stressed, okay? Or mentally stressed because you feel again you can do better, you can help out better, But one thing never ever in my mind is to give up. How could you just give up the people? When you sponsor someone leave, that's okay because you can still sponsor someone. But I cannot just give up to those people that I asked them to join us, right? So um I had a meeting with Brother Caesar last few weeks. Okay, I told him I always said this to any leaders that ever join me. I said, well, brother and sister, I'm sorry that I cannot guarantee your success. I cannot because that's not, of course I will help, but I cannot guarantee. But one thing that I can only guarantee is we'll always be there. Me and Joe will hold on until the last Filipinos. If there's still one Filipino who wants to do the business, we'll still be here. We still carry on with Zoom meeting. We still carry on, doing all those things. The saddest part when I was in Philippines, I saw so many network leaders, so potential, so talented. But at the end of most of the Filipino leaders, they don't give up. They just have to give in because the company closed down, because the upline gone. They can't find anyone more. They are the last samurai left in the group. Whereas in Elkan, we are always the last samurai, okay? We are always the last samurai, okay? We're always there. Yeah, we're always there, yeah, bro. I've learned so many things. I just never learned how to give up. Because if I want to do it, if I want to give up, I would give up like 12 years ago. When the most important person there that sponsored me left, I have gone that time. Yeah, what give up? Yeah, that's never happened in my So when you choose not to give up, you will move on with that wounds, and trust me, eventually the wounds will make you strong. So count every wound in your life. Count every wounds in your life. Count this happened 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Count every wounds, because every wound counts eventually to make you become stronger. Now that we understand how our parents have become so strong in our life, because they take care of everything when we're still young. Why we feel that when we do sports in our younger days, we saw a coach, we said someone, we feel that they are strong. The stronger the person are, the more mentally wounds they suffered before, but they never give up. They move on. If you start to move on with every kind of mentally wounds, every wounds will eventually become a blessing in disguise. These are all types of blessing. Even my upline left me, I never blame him. Never. Even until today, every Chinese New Year's, I will still send a present or hampers to his house to appreciate the gratefulness I have. Because without them sponsoring me, I would never enjoy what I have been enjoying for the past 20 years. So there's no complaint or blame. Even they are not with me. Yeah. Even until today, every year, every single year. And I still call them upline, So I think last New Year we met, okay? We met. Sometimes we met because sometimes they are not around. I think they also feel quite strange after they had not been doing alcohol for 12 years. Some people still call him upline. Yeah, because without calling him upline, I don't know what to call them, okay? They are my upline for so long. I think these things makes me very strong. Okay. Do you do this business for the sake of your upline or for the sake of yourself? Or for the sake of your family? Or for the sake of the people that you love? Who are you working for? Think deep, okay? There's whole lot of chance that will make us stop the business. But when you choose to continue, that become a solely important reason for you to shine in future. So this eventually carries on to build my network, in globally, even until today. If you ask me, what is the future of business or network, or seriously, I don't know. Of course, I hope it's turned out good and well, okay, but I don't know. By willing to continue to move on, to review every single page with you all, or with the people who trust us, who's still willing to continue with us until the very last day. I don't know when. Hi, Josie. So guys, if you are having problems, challenges that you really hard to face at this very moment, okay, it's so hard that you kind of like I don't think I can even do it. Do it. Just do it. When you can do something you don't even think you can do it, how could you not be strong? I repeat, okay? If you're facing a very difficult moment now and you kind of like, I don't think whether I can do it. I don't think whether I can make it this time. So what do? Just do it. Because after you do this, how can you not be strong? Because you have did something that you don't even think you can do it, but you make it even though. Just continue, just move on. Yeah, just do it. Just do it for the sake of someone that you love. Now, bear with me. You can always, how do I put this? Normal people is like, if my upline leave me, either I leave the business or I continue the business by hating them, or no, you can still continue the business where you still love them. You get me? You can still continue the business and love the people who have left you, or they make you feel bad. You can still continue. Trust me. Earlier I said sometimes you feel like you're deceiving yourself. You're just acting you are happy, acting to become positive, but it works. It works. It works. Why do you need to be negative to face the negative things? Why can't you be positive to face the negative thing? You have to face it anyhow, right? Right? Why can't you just be? I mean, you can be frustrated, very frustrated to face the problems, or while you can still be happy to face. You have to face it anyhow. So why we have to feel? What to have negative plus negative? Okay, you can use positive to face the negative. You can always use appreciation to face the negative. Okay. Not even my outline live with that time. Okay, I think a lot of my peer actually live with them. Okay, but they are not doing networking. Okay, they're just trying to do other business. All right. Okay. I rebuilt it from scratch. Yeah, it's okay. That's why I said you have to do 3S. If you can do 3S, if you can do sharing, sponsoring, and servicing, you will never die in the business. You put me any corner in the world, I'll sponsor someone. Yeah. I think this is one thing I enjoy, because I never treat myself as a so high rank leader. I don't go to field, and no, I never. I can do anything with anyone at any time. If you can do 3S, you can survive in any time, in any part of the world. This is why doing 3S is so important. Okay. So I built from scratch. And because I built from scratch at that time, I can build from scratch at any time. I go Philippines, I built from scratch. I go Thailand, I built from scratch. From zero. No one, just me. Doesn't matter. For a greater cause, for a greater purpose. I know what I'm doing. I'm not just doing for myself. I'm doing for the people that when I meet them, I respect them. I feel so much about them. When I feel so much of someone, I start the business. Well, since I have not been sharing all these things for quite some time, but last month when Joe told me that she intends to let me and my upline to share maybe 1 or 2 topics in every one or months, I kind of feel like, okay, I'll write topics to share something, and that very moment it just struck my mind that in this COVID-19 era, in this so many kind of unexpected incident happen, uncertainties, the only thing is we hope everyone to become safe, and we hope everyone to be strong. That's why I always told Joe, okay, if you would pass my message, just tell them be safe and be strong. Okay, just these 2 things I want you all to do. Okay, just be safe and be strong. So how to become stronger? I rephrase what I shared today, okay? What makes us strong? It's the wounds that makes us strong. Every wounds that you suffered before, every wounds count. The only difference is how you deal with all those mentally wounds. So do the right things with the wounds. Always remember, you don't need to do the wrong things with the wounds again. Then will be, even worse. You don't need to follow the negative things. You can always choose to do what you want to do. You might be the one who sponsor you in this business, but eventually it's you yourself to choose whether you want to do the business, not someone who will ever sponsor you. And when Joe was young, I asked Joe, do you want to do the business? Yes. If I leave the business, will you still continue to do the business? Wait, we have to think. Because if you're doing for my sake, then you're not doing for yourself. Okay, Joe, we repeat again. If I'm not doing the business, will you do the business? That's very important because that's your decision. If I'm not going Philippines again, just example, okay? Don't get so okay. Will you still be helping this? Of course. That is why she's sacrificing so many times and effort to build a business, because she really felt about Filipinos, all Filipino friends. Okay. All right. I hope what I shared today will bring some good or mentally nutrition to you all. And I'm just sharing all mine. I don't mind sharing any things. I just don't use to share. I just don't use to share in a negative way. So that's why I never like bring in all those incidents. Only if it becomes a content which I can share and help, then I have no problem with sharing it. But I just don't like to share negative thing every now and then. Okay, if you know me. Okay, so thank you all for joining the session today. And oh yeah, thank you, brother and sister Sotash. Yeah. If Jay is not doing the business, will you all still continue the business? Please ask yourself. This is very, very important to you, so that the people who join us in future, they're joining the right people. Okay. All right. Back to you, Joe.
Thank you so much, Brother Jade. Yeah. I think like Brother Jade mentioned just now, he's someone never share any like negative things, of course, about him or anyone. Yeah. So of course he don't meant to share it that way. That's why I think even we follow him for so long, also maybe there isn't a occasion or incidents or event that he will share this to us. Yeah. So I think in today's session, I think we learn from
Joe,
like learn,
Joe,
yeah.
Joe, sorry, just interrupt 1 minute, okay? From what you shared, you just remind me one thing. That's why I appreciate so much to my senior upline, Mr. and Mrs. Lee. Sometimes you can't even, maybe you don't know he's not by the right upline, because we act like we are just like father and son, okay? We are. I appreciate it so much because I still have an upline. If you understand what I'm saying, I still have an upline. That's all I need. I don't really need, of course, if I'm an upline want to help, okay, be my guest, okay, but I never expect that my upline need to do anything in my network. No. They've done so much already, because I just want to have an upline, and I already have an upline. That's good enough. That's how all the gratitude things comes to me. That's what I'm proud to say I'm growing in Elkin, with the system and the culture. instead of thinking or blaming anyone else, I feel appreciated. Yeah, I still have an outline. Well, you know how good, you have an outline. You have someone to call. You call upline, they have upline. If I leave Elkin, I have no one to call upline. It would be strange, right? I still have an outline. Every now and then, just maybe text or call and hello upline. That's it. That's enough. I never expect he to do anything for me. If he wants, of course, but I didn't expect. And moreover, when I start to do binary, I didn't ever expect that upline you have to give someone, play some. No, I don't need that. I can sponsor people. I know how to sponsor people anytime, any part of the world. I don't need my upline to travel with me to start. I only invite him when the network is there to show that, well, you see my upline, wow, that's enough. So losing an outline, I never feel like losing someone. That's why. You get what I mean? When you appreciate to someone, you always appreciate to everyone. When you complain to someone, you always want to complain to everyone. No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to waste my life in doing that. I don't want to waste my life in blaming someone. I want to spend my whole life in thanking everyone in my life, everyone who ever come into my life. When they leave, well, the travel ends, that's it. But it gives us good memory. When I think of memory, everything is good memory. I don't have bad memory, right? My brother and sister, I don't have time for the bad memories. Every memories to me is the best. I will only remember the best time, the best moment that we had, and that is enough. Right? Yeah, back to you, Joe.
Yeah. I'm trying to see what to
Sorry.
say.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. But I think it's really true that from what Brother Jen mentioned, like even I really feel blessed that I always have so many uplines that I can thank. So if you notice in my presentation slide, even every week I repeat the same slide. I'll always thank Brother Jen, Sister Valet. I'll always thank Mr. Lee, Mrs. Lee, and our Elkan Global 001. We are blessed that we have so many upline to thank, and even though we may not really see them often, but even once a while we see them, or sometimes I think some of you, when you see the comment or congrats from Mr. Lee, we really feel so touched, and I think feel so blessed that we have so many uplines still here and still care for us. Yeah. And I think the important point is, I think if we decided that we are 100% responsible in doing our business, then all the uplines, whether like Brother Jen mentioned, whether they are still active in the business or not, we will still 100% appreciate them, because we already decided that we are 100% responsible with the business. Yeah, not waiting for the upline, to save us or to whatever. Yeah. So I guess that kind of mental attitude is important. Yeah, especially even maybe some of you may be new, or you could be the first in your area to start to build the network. But if you have the mentality to really tell yourself that no matter what happened, I'm responsible for everyone who joined us, for the network that I built, starting from my province or whatever, you will definitely really do good. Yeah. Especially I think in all the Zoom meeting now that you some of the leaders here, you're organizing, when you take 100% responsibility, you put in all your effort to organize, then only you invite your upline or you invite other people to come and help you. That kind of mentality, it will be totally different compared to waiting for the upline to organize something to you. Yeah, that is what I feel. Yeah. But thank you so much, Brother Jay, for the sharing tonight.
Last part, okay, Joe. We are about to end, right?
Yes.
I just want to tell all my brothers and sisters, if ever, if only, or if ever, right? There was a moment in your life, in your Elkan career, that something happened that probably your sponsor, in any kind of situation, they leave the business. Okay, so you feel like you don't have an upline anymore. Come to us. Me and Joe will be your upline, right? Okay. If ever you want to do the business, someone just leave. Just come to me. Just come to me and Joe, and let us be your upline. I love you all, brothers and sisters. I kept my word. Okay, Joe. Yeah, Joe. Yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
What's the time now? Yeah.
Oh, it's 8 o'clock. Yeah.
Oh, it's 8 o'clock. Okay, it's almost 1 hour. Wow. I never imagine I can share 1 hour. Okay. Okay. So yeah, Joe.
Yes. I think many of the leaders has write a lot here. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Okay. Thank you so much.
And
You all.
we also have, I saw quite a lot of new leaders joining us
Oh,
tonight.
that's great. Oh, that's great.
Yeah, or maybe this is your first time meeting Brother Jay. Yeah, so he's our upline, of course, and Brother Jay has been with Alkan for 19 years. Yeah, so I think we got a lot of key message or inspiring one, but yeah, importantly, like what Brother Jay asked you just now, think and ask yourself, if today your upline leave, or if we are not here, are you still going to continue to build this network, to continue to build your people together with you? Yeah. And I believe if you have the answer, some of the leaders here, if you have the big why, you will definitely know what is the reason that keep you going on every single day. Yeah. I'm not sure if you